All right, well, this is amazing to be back in person with all you lovely people. It's been so good to see, it's been good to see so many of you on Zoom. But it's not the same. And some of you I only met on Zoom first, or saw you on Zoom first, and now you're here in real life, which is good. If you don't, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Dave Nachmanoff. I've been working here with Neil and crew since, well, really since the first year. Well, the first year I was really just here with Al Stewart playing guitar for him, but the second year I came back and we all kind of went crazy, and it's been an amazing ride, and I've missed seeing you guys last year. So I'm going to start out with a song that's a new single, even though it's not actually new. So the last album I did in the before times, the album Cerulean Sky, but we re-released it as a single on Spotify and as a new video on YouTube. So I'm kind of trying to, get it out there again a little bit. It's actually a very old song of mine called Long Night. Two people, one bed, each facing their own direction, remembering what they'd said, each seeking their own protection, distant ache from deep within. It echoes like a canyon, calling from some lonely place, just like a child who's been abandoned. Don't you see, you're in for a long, long night, tossing around till the morning light. Nothing you say will come out right. You're in for a long night. No anger, something. They don't want to hurt each other, each feeling the same. Sometimes you don't need a lover. Lonely silence marches on. It lingers while you dangle. You turn it over in your mind. You try another angle. Still you see you're in for a long, long night, tossing around till the morning light. Nothing you say come out right. You're in for a long night. You wait and you wait for sleep to free you. It circles round, but still it won't come near you. Your mind is wired, your body's tired. You've never felt so uninspired. You're reaching out, but nobody can hear you. They can't see. They can't see. You're in for a long, long night, tossing around till the morning light. Nothing you say will come out right. You're in for a long night. You're in for a long night. You're in for a long night. Thanks so much.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds a lot better on the record because I've got some amazing musicians playing with me on the recorded version of it. I basically borrowed Richard Thompson's band. If you're gonna borrow a band, that's a pretty good way to go. Yeah, I had his rhythm section on the album. Michael Jerome and Taras Bordaniak, great players. And this next song, actually, Michael's such a great drummer that I actually put a drum solo in it. I don't usually have drum solos on my album. I'm not Iron Butterfly or something, but I was like, we gotta find a spot for Michael to shine. So, we don't have Michael here today to play the drums. Oh, that was interesting. 1, 2.
Yeah, no, you
Doug,
lost
did you do something?
Oh, sorry.
Give us the machine.
There it is. I accidentally hit the mute button.
You hit the mute button. He's like, shut up and play the song, right? Click. Thank you. All right. So I couldn't bring Michael with me, but you guys can be the drummers, okay? You can be the rhythm section. All you gotta do is kind of a hand jive like this. Excellent. You guys, you're all hired. Okay. The only thing is, don't do it while I'm singing. There's lots of gaps in the song where you can do the hand claps. Just every time I'm not singing, start clapping. It'll work fine. So this is called Accident of Birth. Do we use the guitar too? Come here. Okay. I won the parent lottery. My parents were so good to me. In a safe and prosperous place, I grew up in a time of peace. Like every child, I had my fears, but they stood by me through the years. And in time I came to realize not everybody lives a life of ease. It was an accident of birth. How much your life is worth in a particular time and place. It was nothing that I deserved, but it's really such a mystery where we land in human history. It's only just an accident of birth. Now if I'd been born some years before, I might have been sent off to war. In a different time or place, I could have been a peasant or a slave. But I never had to do without, or suffer famine's angry drought. If you go back far enough, I might have grown up living in a cave. It was an accident of birth. How much your life is worth in a particular time and place. Well, it's nothing that I deserved, but it's really such a mystery when we land in human history. It's only just an accident of birth. Going. Oh, she grew up 15 miles away. Our stories are like night and day. The daughter of an addict, on the streets abandoned and abused. Rise above a life so hard with little love. If she had another chance, you know this wouldn't be the life she'd choose. It was an accident of birth. How much a life is worth in a particular time and place. Well, it was nothing she deserved, but it's really such a mystery when we land in human history. It's only just an accident of birth. Oh, it's only just an accident of birth. All right. You're all hired. Good job. Yeah. What did I do with my cape on? Oh, there it is. So if anybody's wondering if I have any new music since a couple of years ago when I last saw you, I do and I don't. I don't have a new album of my own, but I just released an EP with a friend of mine who writes lyrics, a guy from New Jersey named Rich Rossi, and he sent me the lyrics, and I wrote the music, recorded the vocals and all the instruments, and we're putting it out under the name, what are we calling ourselves? Rumble Strip. So it's Rumble Strip, but it's an EP. He's an interesting guy. He used to write greeting cards for Target. He's an artist, so he's kind of got a cartoony sensibility. There's a song on there about Adam West, you know, the guy who played Batman. It's kind of an odd little collection of songs. Definitely not exactly the sort of songs I would have written, but that's what I like about it. And I had fun coming up with the music for it and playing all the different parts. So this is a song. I don't even know if I should do this, but I really only do it once a year. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So. Babe, you know you're gonna be alright. I'll be leaving in the morning. Should be home by Sunday night. But this trip won't be a long one. I hate leaving you alone. I'll be counting out the minutes till I'm home. And I'll be in heaven when I see you again. Will you be waiting at the door and let me in? Give our little girl a kiss. You can't know how much I miss you. I'll be in heaven when I see you again. I'm in Newark now. There's not much of a line. They say we're 40 minutes late, but the weather is just fine. I'll hang up because we're boring, but I'll see you in a while. Then we'll celebrate my homecoming in style. And I'll be in heaven when I see you again. Will you be waiting at the door and let me in? Give our little girl a kiss. You can't know how much I miss you. I'll be in heaven when I see you again. Babe, I can't talk loudly, but I think there's something wrong. A commotion near the cockpit, or a fight. We're gonna try to overpower him, 'cause it's only 4 or 5. Just remember that I love you. If somehow we don't survive, we can't let on at the White House or a populated town. We're going in, oh babe, we're going down. And I'll be in heaven when I see you again. And I'll be waiting at the gate to let you in. Give our little girl a kiss. You can't know how much I miss you. I'll be in heaven when I see you again. I'll be in heaven when I see you again. Like I said, I don't play that one too often, but it's that time of year. So I had to get that in there. It's always hard to put that in a set though. It's like where do you go from there? So I'll do something as Monty Python would say, now for something completely different. Here's a song from the Spinoza's Dream album called That Guy. He stands over free, and that's in his stocking feet. Women turn to stare when he's just walking down the street. A modern day Adonis in a business suit and tie. Oh, if that's who you are looking for, I'm just not that guy. From the boardroom to the bedroom, he's the master of the deal. With eyes as cool as ice and nerves of tempered steel. He's got a taste for subterfuge. He made the perfect spy. But if that's who you are looking for, man, I'm just not that guy. But if you need two good strong hands to rub your shoulders, or bring a glass of wine when you had a long hard day, someone to laugh at as you're growing older. Take a look at me, if only you can tear yourself away from him. Oh. He's a lover and a sportsman. He doesn't mind a barroom brawl, and his girlfriends are like trophies he has hanging on the wall. And if you get involved with him, he'll only make you cry. But if that's who you are looking for, I'm just not that guy. Sometimes I wish I were that guy, but I'm just not that guy. Thank you so much. All right. Well, maybe one or two more, and then we can let Jim come and blow you away with his amazing virtuosity. Because he is truly a wonder. If you haven't heard him before, no pressure. No, he's incredible. Nobody wants to go on after that guy. You know, he's not that guy either. Not in that way. But no, you'll see. He's amazing. If you haven't seen him before, you're in for a treat. Well, I'll do one. You know, it's amazing when you're a songwriter, when every now and again, you know, somebody else decides they want to learn your song or cover your song. It's an amazing thing. And last night, these guys played one of my songs beautifully, differently than I play, which was awesome, and totally took me by surprise. Didn't know they'd been learning that. Apparently Neil had a lesson on it. Kindred Spirits, the Silent Little Cotton. But this one, last time we met, 2 years ago, whatever it was, Victor came in and played this, and it really, I think it had just come out on the album, like not long before that. I was like, how did he learn that so fast? And you know, it was really sweet, and so blew me away. So I'll play Autumn as a thank you to Victor for learning this song. Also, we are kind of it doesn't feel like it, but we're kind of getting there, right? I mean, it's coming. It feels a lot more like summer today. So this is written for my wife Jen on the occasion of a significant birthday a couple years ago, and it's called Autumn. I might need a smidge more guitar there. It's kind of quiet. Well, the leaves are turning from green to brown. When the wind picks up, they come tumbling down. Put the quilts upon the bed as the winter is drawing near, and we turn into the autumn of the year. The kids are growing, and it won't be too long as the birds will leave the nest soon be gone. But I'll put my arms around you, and you know you needn't fear, as we turn into the autumn of our years. When women, you were apple-cheeked, and I was oh so green. Now we share and have a lifetime, the good times and the lean. Like a fruit that's gently ripened, you're the one I hold so dear, as we turn into the autumn of our years. As we turn into the autumn of our years. Time's traces on your face, and my beard is gone to gray. Memories together, no one can take away. Like the young girl that I married, your eyes still shine so clear, as we turn into the autumn of our years. And women, you were apple-cheeked, and I was oh so green. Now we share half a lifetime, the good times and the lean. Like a fruit that's gently ripened, you're the one I hold so dear, as we turn into the autumn of our years. Not the winter, just the autumn of our years. As we turn into the autumn of our years. Well, let's do something you guys can sing on. You clapped along really well on Accident of Birth, but I didn't really ask you to sing, because I thought that might be a bridge too far, trying to make you sing and clap at the same time. This one you can sing on, and you can clap your hands too, actually. Just 2 and 4 would be the preferred beats. Why don't they kneel again for, like, you know, steering this great ship. Sometimes it's like one of those giant ocean lines. It takes a while to turn around, but Neil's done an amazing job holding this thing together and building it. I'm so grateful that you're bringing me into this crazy family and community. And you know, he doesn't do it alone. Obviously, there's a lot of people helping. His family's amazing, and my co-teachers Jim and Doug, and in other years we've had some other wonderful teachers as well. Just such a great community. So I'm really grateful to be back here with you guys. There is the Dave shop, which is not supposed to be the Dave shop. It's just supposed to be where any of us can put our stuff out there. I just took up a lot of space because in recent years nobody's buying music anymore, so I've had to diversify. So there are now Cerulean Sky t-shirts in various sizes. We've got Cerulean Sky on vinyl because people are using CDs. And since nobody's buying music of any kind, I've got guitar string jewelry made of my actual guitar strings and bass strings by a jeweler in North Carolina. And there's little USB sticks. If you don't have a CD player or vinyl, but you still want to get the music and support an independent artist, you can pick up a USB stick. I even have one that's got all of my stuff on it and a bunch of cool extras. The Mega Pack, but I only have one of those here. So anyway, come visit me out there. I've also got gifts for you if you don't already have one. I have Dave Nach picks. Many of you already have those from before, but if you don't, come sign the mailing list and collect a Dave Nach pick. So, one more song and then we get some really cool stuff from Jim. Yeah, I know, I'm building it up, I'm making it harder. I'm sorry. No, I'm actually excited to hear what he's going to do, because it's always fun.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Twinkle, yeah. Oh God, I used to play a gig in San Jose, actually. It was called the Espresso Bar Cafe or something.
Espresso Gardens.
Was that it, Espresso Gardens? It was like a little, kind of cafe gig. And, I was literally playing for tips. It was when I was just starting to play full-time and, just taking anything I could get. And I was playing Espresso Gardens well, no, it wasn't Espresso Gardens. That was actually a real listening gig. Yeah. This was a little cafe called something like the Espresso Cafe. It doesn't matter, just a little bar, little cafe, coffee place. And my brother called me that day. I played a gig earlier. It was like a Sunday afternoon gig. He said, "How did the gig go?" I said, "Well, it was kind of slow. The tips weren't that great, but I had a mom come in with her 5-year-old, and he really wanted to hear Old MacDonald." So I played it and she tipped me $5. So it wasn't too bad. So from then on, every time I do a gig, whether it's, the Royal Albert Hall or the local bar, anything, my brother's like, well, did you have to play Old MacDonald? It's like, if I didn't have to play Old MacDonald, it's a win, right? So, yeah. You don't have to twinkle, twinkle, little star. It's a win. So this is called Sheila Won't Be Coming Home. It was co-written with Al Stewart. He wrote most of the lyrics, so don't ask me what they're about. And the chorus is very easy, because I wrote the lyrics to the chorus. And if you don't know it, you'll figure it out. It goes like this. There's a daisy chain of headlights on the road. They shimmer in the rain. And somewhere in her lonesome, she's alone. She's driving off again. I remember her on ferries, in galleries and bars, eating maraschino cherries, the seats of open cars. But Sheila won't be coming home. This is your part. Sheila won't be coming home. One more time. Sheila won't be coming home tonight. That's it. You got it. You never have to ask her how she feels. She's always so direct. I never make the promises she says. So what did you expect? And going through our closet, I came on our own love. It was hiding there in boxes of fading photographs. And Sheila won't be coming home. Come on now. Sheila won't be coming home. That's it. Sheila won't be coming home tonight. Now tell me a story about happy ending. Lie if you have to. Give me some relief. Oh, my Uncle Trim is the head of the townspeople gossip in the street. And the local impresario is hiding while the bankers take the heat. And the women tell each other about hiccups in their lives. Sometimes life is like a lover who never quite arrives. But Sheila won't be coming home. Come on now. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home tonight. Okay, I want to hear you this time. Come on now. Sheila won't be coming home. That's what she told me. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home. Yeah. Tonight. Let's get it on. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home. I don't know why. Sheila won't be coming home tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. Thank you so much. So if you like those songs and others that you've heard performed by other people that you really like and you want to write songs like those, come to the songwriting workshop and we'll talk about how to write songs. Anybody can do it. Anybody, I guarantee you. Just come on. All right, got Jim Bruno coming up here in a second. Just going to switch the mic out. Are we meeting? Cool.
So should I, before I do anything, should I just talk a little bit about what I do in relationship to you and what's supposed to happen? So obviously I'm the vocal instructor. I'm the singing instructor. But I also play a lot of instruments, and so I can help you on guitar. And like I said the other day, I promise you that whether you're into singing or, which my two classes are going to be about vocal harmony. But vocal harmony is really just harmony. And having your harmony skills together, it doesn't matter what instrument you play. The reason why I gave you those lessons, those of you that looked at it, with the tenths, I'll talk a lot more about it at the class, of course, but a tenth is a third. And a third is the easiest harmony to sing. And music is just stacked up in thirds. Western culture music is notes stacked up in thirds, going as low infinitely and as high infinitely as it can go. And people who know nothing about music, little tiny kids, can go hello, 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 and they can hear thirds, hear the notes and know. I know a lot of families. I had this one family of sisters who came from Hawaii. First of all, the prerequisite to living in Hawaii is that you've got to understand vocal harmony, because those islands are full of the greatest singers in the world. And these sisters were the same thing. They knew nothing about music, but they knew everything about music. And the way they used to communicate was, you sing the low part, I'll sing the middle part, you sing the high part. Then you would listen to them sing the Viennese. So anyway, that's where I'm going. That's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about vocal harmony, and then I'm going to show you how learning those tenths on the guitar can turn into a whole orchestration of harmony that you can play on your guitar or any other musical instrument. Okay, with that said, can I sing a song? Is that okay? Yeah. Right. And now, I want this loud enough for energy, but I don't want to blow them out of the water. Is there a hiss?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, there is.
I have not control. I have no control over that. Okay, I usually do this with a great saxophone player I've been playing with lately. And he's not here, so I have two versions of these background tracks. One without him playing when he's here, but you'll still hear him play tonight because I'm going to play the track that's got the sax solo. So, okay, here we go. What happens? Not loud enough. Let me tell you about a girl I know. She's my baby and she lives next door. Every morning before the sun come up, she bring me coffee in my favorite cup. And that's why, oh, that's why, hallelujah, I just love her so. When I'm in trouble and I got no friends, she'll stick with me until the end. My friends all ask me how I know. She smiles at me and said, I love you so. And that's why, oh, that's why, hallelujah, I just love her so. And when I call her on the telephone, I say, hey baby, I'm alone. Before I can count from 1 to 4, I hear on my door, is it easy when the sun goes down and there's nobody else around? She stick with me and she holds me tight, tells me, Jimmy, everything's alright. And that's why, oh, that's why, hallelujah, I just love her so. Come on, Abraham, go. Usually, I stand back and let him do that. Hey, Abraham, big man. And when I call her on the telephone, I say, hey, baby, before I can count from 1 to 4, I hear on my door in the evening when the sun goes down. There's nobody else around. She sleeps with me and she holds me tight, tells me, Jimmy, everything's alright. And that's why, oh, that's why, hallelujah, I just love her so. Hallelujah, I just love her so. Love that girl in the evening. Love that girl in the morning. Love that girl in the afternoon. Love that girl, oh yeah. You know why I love that girl? Because that's my girl. Hallelujah. Whoa, 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 yeah. Hallelujah. I just love her. Shagabba-doo-ba-doo-bay. Thank you. lights will really go on this cold. Okay, well then I gotta do it like this. No, you know what? I'll do a different song. Should we have another energy song? What, an energy song? Okay, this is a really old song. Let me tell you about a place somewhere up in New York way, where the people are soaking, twisting the night away. Man, you ought to see them go, twisting to the rock and roll. Oh man, there ain't nothing like twisting the night away. With you, twisting, twisting, everybody's feeling great. They're twisting, twisting, they're twisting the night away. Here's a fella in blue jeans, dancing with the older queen. She's dolled up in the diamond ring, she's twisting the night away. Man, you ought to see her go, twisting through the rock and roll. Oh man, there ain't nothing like twisting the night away. They're twisting, twisting, everybody's feeling great. They're twisting, twisting the night away. You know how to go clean up, like that? Now, let me ask you a question. Are you flat skirting? Because my flat was, I got a little bone, but it's getting tired of up here. So can you stand up for me? Are you willing to like get silly? Not silly. Okay, so we're gonna do this, I'm gonna sing this, and then we're all gonna do the twist. Here's a fella in blue jeans, dancing with the older queen. She dolled up in the diamond ring, twisting the night away. I'm lost. Oh man, there ain't nothing like twisting the night away. Here we go now. Twisting, twisting, everybody's feeling great. They're twisting, twisting, they're twisting the night. Okay, let's do it. A beat up, a beat down, a beat up, a beat down. Okay, now check this out. 1, 2, 6. Now fly. Now twist. They're twisting the night away. Hey, twisting, twisting. Everybody's feeling great. They're twisting, twisting. They're twisting the night away. Goes my damn. I know it's getting late. I'll do about 15 more and then we can all go. Can I do one kind of low, slow battle thing? And then maybe a fast and we'll be done. There's 2 of these that I really like. And this is one of the 2. Yeah. You give your hand to me, then you say hello. I can hardly speak, my heart is beating slow. Anyone can tell, you think you know me well, but you don't know me. You don't know me. Who dreams of you at night, longs to kiss your lips I'm afraid to shine. Hey, I let my chance go by. Chance that you might love me too. Your hand me, and you say goodbye. I watch you walk away with that very lucky guy. Oh, babe, you will never ever know this heart that loves you so. No, babe, you don't know me. My heart aches with love for you. I'm afraid and I'm shy, don't you know? Should I had a chance to love you too. You give your hand to me and you say goodbye. Walk away with that so lucky guy. You will never, ever, never know, baby, the one that loves you so. No, babe, you don't know me. You don't know me. I watch you walk away. No, babe, you don't know me. One more and go home. I'll get up inside the room. The funniest thing about doing this is that I don't have to sit on those chairs until tomorrow. Okay, let's see. What shall be the last song? I know I brought the trumpet, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this is fun. Needed a shelter, someone's arms. There you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs. Baby, there you were. With sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotions. I won't stop. Thank you, baby. I won't stop. And thank you, baby. How sweet it is to love like you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everything before you was just ignored. Everywhere I went, but I've been there before. You right up for me all my days. With your love in so many ways, I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. I wanna stop. So come to my class tomorrow, and let's learn vocal. Thank you.
Not just you guys, but the staff here loves doing this, and you can see that everybody's pretty good at what they do. And so it's kind of hard to explain what we do to other people, or this little cult that goes into the mountains and weird things happen, and they come back and they can't get the grin off their face. So I just have a couple things I want to remind you. Tomorrow morning, for my class, I want everybody to bring their guitar. We'll kind of spread out and maybe, well, we probably don't need music stands, but we're going to be playing some blues. In the evenings, we do need to keep that room spotless. So we'll usually set up like a dessert table that's out there now. But we do want to make sure when the breakfast crew comes in the morning that everything is looks like we were never there. And then we really need to get stuff in garbage things and recycling things, so they're fine with us having as many bottles and things as we want. I mean, it was obviously fairly tame tonight, but you're welcome to bring in anything you want to drink, and just make sure that we get them in the right bins and stuff, and don't leave a bad taste in the management's mouth. So. I think that's kind of it for now. Any questions or comments that anybody has, or if anybody wants to stick around and play in here for a little while tonight, that would probably be fine. Lisa?
I have my guitar in Jim's room. Is that okay?
So yeah, you know what? Frankly, I think it's fine to leave guitars anywhere. Doug, I don't think Doug's buddy is around. And really, the gate is locked. So I really feel it's safe to leave your guitars kind of anywhere. These doors might be locked at night, if I'm the last one out of here, which is not very likely. But I'm comfortable leaving my guitar right there in the dining room or in that entry hall where most of the guitars are right now. If you want to take it back to your room with you, you can. But Dave?
Question, if we're going to do some late night jamming, should that be in here rather than in there so as not to make a mess?
Yeah, let's keep it in here.
Okay, so this will be the jam room.
Yeah, and it's fine to leave the doors open, and those doors open actually, those don't seem to stay open, but you could probably pry a chair in there, but I think there's much better airflow outside of this room than there is in.
So we can get food out of there, bring it in here? Or
yes, and that, or leave it in Jim's room, because that's where the rats are anyway, so. We don't want them to go hungry.
You always put me there.
The sign-up sheets, are those going to be physically out tomorrow morning? Because I can't remember what I've signed up for.
Yeah, I will. What I'm going to do is have them up on a whiteboard here. I might just print one up, and it'll be small, and put it on there. But I'll have that up before my class, so you can remember what your afternoon commitments are and stuff. Victor?
Wi-Fi is only in this building, right?
I think so, except I seem to have a little down in St. Martha's, but it seems a little unreliable. And then I know there's some in St. John, which is not far from Consuelo, so you might have it a little bit in there. Not in St. John's, you said? Nothing there?
St. John's has Wi-Fi, but it's not the same one.
Oh.
Right.
So we can't get into that.
I will check on that, yeah.
Or at least the password that I got didn't work.
Yeah, the PC guest. The password is PC guest 408.
Yeah.
For the presentation center.
Is that all lowercase?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And interestingly, they are not real tech savvy here, because some people who were here 5 years ago noticed that their phones still remembered this network and logged them right in. And they actually haven't quite figured out how to change the gate code either, which I think has been the same for about 5 years, but they didn't want to fess up to that. And when they first gave me the code, most of you saw, I don't know if you guys all saw, but it's 9503, right? And that's the zip code here. So it's pretty easy to remember. It's 95033 is the real zip code. When I looked at this number, I said, yeah, that's about as safe as my network at home, which is 10 zeros. So, just relying on, if anybody wants to break into my network, when you go at my house, you will get at least like 15 networks that you can reach between my, nearest neighbors. So this is life in Silicon Valley, I guess, So yeah, I don't know, you might just have to rely on your phone as a hotspot, which is pretty good. You just might have to make sure it's plugged in because it runs out of gas pretty fast when you do that. So, Bob?
One other question. I noticed some nice padded chairs in the hallway.
Yeah.
Could we swap those out?
I think they have arms.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's one right there.
Yeah, they have arms.
Yeah, so that's, I asked them specifically, I said, we gotta have armless chairs.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Incredibly uncomfortable armless chairs.
Yeah. We might have just been at a Silmar where we had chairs that had movable arms or someplace, and so you could, they were all the same chairs, so you could put them down.
Yeah.
But yeah, to play guitar. Now, it depends on really what we're doing in here. If you guys want to go to the trouble to swap out the chairs when, in Jim's classes, you may not be playing guitar as much as you're singing. But yeah, so that's why I think it's good to get up at least every hour and move around. Dave?
I thought you guys had comfortable chairs so they wouldn't fall asleep when we do the workshops. Keeps everybody alert.
That's true. We do have to make sure that we got some alerts here.
Bring your bed pillow.
Anything else?
We're good.
No? Everybody okay? No? Okay, well, that's it for tonight, and tomorrow night it'll be an open mic kind of thing for a lot of people that signed up. Actually, nobody had to sign up for the open mic. Oh, that's great. What I really want to do with the open mics is anybody that wants to play the hat box, which is right up there behind Dan. The hat box will be like in this room somewhere, and there will be 3x5 cards in there. So if you want to play that night, before dinner, put in what you're going to do or what kind of setup you might need. So that, now, most of the open mics on Tuesday and Wednesday are kind of designed to be one person doing something. So it should be pretty much the same setup. It's a little more complicated on Thursday when we could be doing duos and trios and all the women singing, choir music from Bach. But
just in terms of past tradition, the first year I came here, I think, I got this crazy idea. I said, I'm very comfortable accompanying songs I've never heard and people I've never heard. And so I basically made the offer that I would accompany anybody at the open mic that wanted accompaniment, and everybody took me up on it.
Yeah.
And it was a very long night. But ever since then, I've pretty much kept the offer fairly open. So, I don't know in terms of the stage, whether you're trying to just keep it to one person.
No, I think that's great because thanks for bringing that up.
So those of you that feel comfortable with it, if you want accompaniment
You
on
can play
something.
a song by yourself and you're pretty comfortable doing it, and you want to invite Dave or me or Doug up to play, we're pretty good at like tag along and just adding something. I do this with my students all the time. They'll be working on a song they'll be playing, and then I'll start playing with them, and the song will sound really good, but it distracts them at first because it's like, oh, I'm not used to hearing this nice little lead or second guitar part. Now that's another whole thing we could talk about at a workshop if you want. I've done a lot of this. I've got a lot of stuff at TG on how to be a second guitar. We've got some people who have been spending their whole lives working on that, or their recent lives, let's say, on doing that and putting two guitar parts together that really are complementary. And like Doug was talking about, playing with Taya, with the the mandolin 12-string and the baritone, sounds like an 18-string orchestra, which is what it's turned into. Maybe he had an 8-string baritone. I don't know. It could have been a 20-string. But so yeah, that's definitely something too. If you think if you want to play a tune and you want one of us to sit in with you, so we'll probably have this set up where there is room for that. Where we'll have somebody a little bit off to the side. And if you at the last minute just want one of the teachers to join you, if you're brave enough to hope they don't screw up your whole life. You've rolled those dice before, I'm sure. But.
And for guitars that are not electrified, is there a guitar?
Yeah, like in the last thing, I couldn't get mine to work. So we have two instrument mics here. We'll get a screwdriver to fix that one, but that's what these two are right now. And so we can absolutely make that fit, And Doug may not be here at least early in the morning, and so we're not going to be doing that. In the morning, we'll just be doing workshops. So we've got two other competent sound guys out there. Well, one of which is not me. I'm staying out of the I've got too many hats already. Anyhow, Paula?
And I brought a microphone, so.
Oh, yeah. If you if you want to use your own mic, we'll also get in the habit for the open mic in the evening, like Dave brought his own mic up here. And if you want to bring your own mic, no problem. We'll also, we'll try to make sure we're getting the habit of cycling through the mics. If somebody uses one, we've got 6 or 7 extra ones. We also have all kinds of different colored covers that everybody could grab one and use as their own like personal microphone covers. And then we'll have somebody assigned to, maybe Annie, my sister, might be put on this detail too of sanitizing the mic, which the wizards did right there behind the cello on the music stand. So that was kind of our plan with that, was to cycle through mics and not use the same one that somebody else just used, which you just saw us mostly use the same mic. But you know, we roll different dice. Or maybe we should, I don't know. Anything else? No? Okay, then I think we're done for tonight, but certainly appreciate the help cleaning up and keeping stuff, you know, organized, and have a good night. All right.